What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to do my Super Bowl predictions for tonight's game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or Cleveland Cavalier content. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys continuing to tune in, continuing to share out my content on all the social media platforms. If you would like to follow your boy on Twitter, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. But with that being said, let's jump right into my Super Bowl predictions. So tonight, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be the first team to host a home Super Bowl between them and the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. I'm actually taking the Kansas City Chiefs in this game. I do believe that Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs, Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, and these guys will go back to back. They'll be one of the first teams, I think, to go back to back Super Bowls since the New England Patriots in the early 2000s. But I just think that the Kansas City Chiefs are too explosive on offense. I do believe they're going to win this game. I said by at least 14 points. I know a lot of people think that may be kind of high or that I'm disrespecting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I really, I'm not trying to disrespect the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by any stretch of the imagination. I really think that in this game, experience is going to play out in this game. The Kansas City Chiefs were just in the Super Bowl last year. They pretty much have the same roster. So these guys are familiar with the Super Bowl, playing in the Super Bowl. They're familiar with the pressure of this game. They won the game last year, so they have a ton of experience. Last year, they were actually down in the fourth quarter and was able to come back. I believe they were down 24-10 and was able to walk down the San Francisco 49ers and win that game last year. Also, last year in the playoffs, they were down in pretty much every single playoff game they played. They got down at one point to the Houston Texans, 24-0, and was able to walk the Texans down. So I just really feel like this Kansas City offense is too explosive. In this game, I think that Pat Mahomes and all the litany of weapons that he has, Travis Kelce, who's a mismatch problem, Tyreek Hill, the cheetah. I don't think it's anybody that can cover that guy one-on-one or in zone coverage. He's just super athletic, super explosive. Mecole Hardman with those jet sweeps and those punt returns and kickoff returns. He's another guy that's extremely explosive. They have another guy, I think, that returns kicks. Last name is Pringle. He's another guy that they've added to their roster from last year. I think they added him over the offseason. He's another guy that's super athletic and can take back kickoff returns to the house. In the backfield, they have the kid Williams that carries the ball. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They just have weapons all over the field. Sammy Watkins, who may play in this game, he's been battling injury, but last year in the Super Bowl, he made some plays against Richard Sherman down in the clutch in that game, where he was able to beat Richard Sherman, pretty much burn Richard Sherman on one of the routes. So I think that the experience and just the litany of weapons that Pat Mahomes has is the reason that I think that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win this game. The Buccaneers do have a great front seven, and the only way I see the Buccaneers winning this game or even keeping this game close is with Shaq Barrett, Ndamukong Suh, Vita Vea, and JPP. Those guys are going to have to be the MVPs of this game. If the defensive line of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get after Pat Mahomes and sack him, say 5+ times in this game, and they can force a turnover, maybe a strip sack fumble, or force him to throw an interception, maybe off of a tip pass, or when he's under pressure. That's the only way that I see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers keeping this game close or even winning this game. I just really think that the Chiefs' offense is so explosive. Like, I haven't seen many offenses over the years that's as explosive and has as many weapons as they have. So I really think in this game it's going to come down to, can the Tampa Bay Buccaneers slow down the offense of the Kansas City Chiefs? I do think that the Buccaneers offense is just they're just as high powered as the Kansas City Chiefs, but I don't think they have. I don't think that Tom Brady is playing at the level of a Pat Mahomes. I don't believe that he's at this point in his career. I don't think that Tom Brady is still playing at that peak level. I know a lot of people. I made a video talking about Tom Brady recently, and I know a lot of people think that I'm hating on Tom Brady, but I'm just keeping it a buck, keeping it 100. Like if you look at the NFC Championship game, where Tom Brady threw those 3 interceptions in that second half, it's no way if he was playing against the Chiefs or an elite quarterback or an elite team, because Aaron Rodgers is an elite quarterback, but if he was playing against a better team that could have capitalized on those mistakes, meaning on the offensive side of the ball, I really think that Green Bay should have won that game in the NFC Championship game. But, the Bucs end up pulling it out because the Packers were not able to capitalize on those 3 interceptions, those 3 turnovers. But I don't think that the Chiefs, if they do the same thing against the Chiefs, I don't think that they're going to be able to hold up. I don't think that the Buccaneers defense is going to be able to hold up if Honey Badger somehow comes down with an interception, which I expect somebody on the Chiefs to come down with an interception, or Frank Clark or Chris Jones, one of those guys, sacking Brady and causing a strip sack fumble. I believe if Tom Brady turns the ball over, or if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers turn the ball over in this game the way they did in the NFC Championship game, they're really going to get blown out because the Buccaneers secondary is suspect. I don't think that the secondary of the Bucs can hang with the explosive weapons that the Chiefs have on the outside at tight end with Kelsey, and at wide receiver with all of the litany of names I gave you guys, the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, this kid Pringle. They have another wide receiver named Robinson. They just have a number of guys, Mecole Hardman. Like, there's so many weapons on the Chiefs offensive side. I really think that the only way that the Buccaneers, like I said, keeps this game close is they better hope that defensive line, wrecks the game. And it could happen because from what I'm hearing, the Chiefs are going to be out. They're down their 2 tackles. Their right tackle is not playing in this game, and their left tackle is not playing in this game. I believe one of their tackles got injured, ruptured his Achilles in the AFC Championship game. So that's a huge loss for the Chiefs. But I still don't think that that's going to affect them in a way where they're not able to win this game, because Pat Mahomes is a mobile quarterback. So he doesn't have to sit there like a sitting duck. If they are, rushing the passer and getting after him, he's a quarterback that can extend plays. And that's the reason that I think the Chiefs still are going to have their way in this football game with Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy. These guys have a ton of experience in these type of pressure situations, in these type of games. So I think they're going to do everything they can in this game to get the ball out of Pat Mahomes' hands fast, because they are down those 2 tackles. And I don't think that the corners of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can hold up. Carlton Davis out of Auburn and Jamel Dean out of Auburn. As you know, I am an Auburn Tigers fan for college football. I've seen these guys play pretty much every snap for the most part in college. Both Carlton Davis and Jamel Dean, they both are decent cornerbacks. I do think that Carlton Davis is continuing to get better. Him and Jamel Dean are getting better. But I just think right now they're still kind of young in the game. Both of those guys are like 2- and 3-year players on that back end. And then Antoine Winfield Jr., he's actually a rookie playing on that back end. So I really think that the Chiefs are going to be able to take advantage of these young corners for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, the kid Murphy Bunting, I think his name is, the cornerback, the slot corner for the Buccaneers. He's played very well in the playoffs. I believe he had an interception in both of their playoff games. I know he had an interception against Green Bay last week or 2 weeks ago in the NFC Championship game. He's a guy that's playing very well. So we got to keep an eye on him in this game. He's a very physical corner. He's good at the point of attack, even though I think that interception he had against the Packers was a hold he got away with. But we're going to see in this game if these guys can hold up. Personally, I don't think that the I don't think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers secondary is going to be able to hold up. The only chance they have is trying to blitz. In this game, Todd Bowles better bring the best blitz packages he has, because I don't believe that he's going to be able to get pressure on Pat Mahomes with just bringing four. Even without the tackles being out there, Andy Reid does a great job of knowing how to manipulate the pocket, moving the pocket, rolling Pat Mahomes out, doing bootlegs, doing misdirection, play action plays, doing jet sweeps, doing reverses, reverse passes. I mean, there's so many different things that the Kansas City Chiefs do to slow down your pass rush that you can't just focus on Pat Mahomes when he is in the backfield, because they have so much window dressing and so much going on in the backfield. You never know who has the football. So I really think in this game, they're going to try to, do a lot of misdirection to confuse the Tampa Bay defenders and slow down their pass rush. I also think in this game, they're going to try to establish that running game to slow down that pass rush as well. And they're going to do a good job of trying to stay balanced in this game to keep the Tampa Bay Buccaneers off balance. But like I said, you heard it here first. This been your boy Jew. Like I said, I just believe in this game. A lot of people, I think it's going to be a closer game than it is. But I think that the Chiefs offense is on a whole nother level. Like, I know a lot of people think that Tom Brady, in that offense, they're clicking and they are playing well. But I think if you compare the Bucs offense to the Chiefs offense, I just think that the Chiefs offense are on a whole nother level. And it's mainly because of the speed of the Chiefs receivers and also the play of Pat Mahomes. Like, it's no disrespect to Tom Brady, but this guy is 43 years old. He's not in his prime anymore. Yeah, he has, he was able to get this team to the Super Bowl, but I mainly think that was because of the talent that he has around him. Like, don't make no mistake, the Buccaneers are not short on talent on their side, on their offense and defensive side of the ball. The Chiefs are going to have to deal with Antonio Brown. They're going to have to deal with Mike Evans. They're going to have to deal with Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones. But I really think that Steve Spagnuolo is a guy that has given, as the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs, he's a defensive coordinator that has given Tom Brady trouble in the past in Super Bowls. If you remember, Steve Spagnuolo originally was a defensive coordinator for the New York Giants before he was coaching here with the Kansas City Chiefs. And he was one of the coaches that gave Tom Brady, a hard time in Super Bowls because he was able to disguise blitzes. And he's just one of the best defensive coordinators in the game. I'll say he's the top 5 to 10 defensive coordinator in the game. He knows how to disguise things. If you look at the way that he uses the honey badger, where he's all over the field, kind of like a Troy Polamalu, all over the field at the line of scrimmage. He's basically like a freelancer. So in this game, Tom Brady has to be very careful on his hot reads because Honey Badger is a player that can bait you into making bad decisions, and he can take the ball to the house. So I really think in this game, the best chance that the Buccaneers have on the offensive side of the ball is feeding Ronald Jones. I think Ronald Jones is the X factor for their team. The way that he runs the football, I call him the Tasmanian Devil, because the way he runs the football, he runs with a lot of aggression. He hits the hole fast. He plays very fast. And he's one of those guys that's really physical. So I really think that Ronald Jones is a guy that's kind of slept on. Everybody talks about Leonard Fournette, but I really think that Ronald Jones is the best running back on the Buccaneers. He's a guy that can catch passes out of the backfield. And once he hits a crease, he's a guy that if you give him the ball and he hits a crease, he can take it to the house from anywhere on the field. He has that type of speed and he's that explosive. So I really think if the Buccaneers want to make this game close or they want to win this game, they're going to have to run the ball well and they're going to have to shorten the game. They can't give Pat Mahomes and that Kansas City Chiefs offense numerous possessions. If you give Pat Mahomes and that offense numerous possessions, because they have so many weapons, eventually your defense is going to crack and they're going to beat you. It's not a way where you can play bend, don't break defense with the Kansas City Chiefs, because they're one of those teams, when they get the ball in the red zone, they're putting the ball in the end zone. So the Buccaneers have to avoid turnovers in this game if they want to win this game, and they're going to have to control the game, control time of possession. They're going to have to play ball control style offense, kind of like what the Patriots used to do when they're in the Super Bowl, and that's the reason the Patriots usually won all their Super Bowls by 3 points, field goals, and things of that nature, because they were able to play ball control, run the football, quick short passes, and sustain drives. The Buccaneers are going to have to do that same thing in this game. I just don't see it happening, because Byron Leftwich and Bruce Arians, the style of the offense they play is kind of like an air raid style offense where they want to throw the ball down the field, kind of like a Kansas City Chiefs. And I don't feel like Kansas City Chiefs are one of those teams you want to fight fire with. Now, can this game be a barn burner? It could turn out to be a barn burner where both of these guys or both of these teams are going up and down the field. I do think that the Buccaneers are not going to get shut out. I do think that this is going to be a higher scoring game. I just don't think that the Buccaneers are going to be able to keep pace with this Chiefs offense, because this Chiefs offense is on a whole nother level when you talk about being explosive. But with that being said, you guys let me know what you think of tonight's game, the Super Bowl. Tell me who you have winning this game. Personally, I think the Buccaneers and Chiefs, I think the score will be, I'll say 40 to 25. I'll say 40-25, because I think that the Chiefs will win this game by 14 or more points. So I think 40-25 sounds about right to me. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. I know you guys might be thinking that I'm shortchanging the Buccaneers, but we'll see what happens tonight. But I really think that the Chiefs are going to come out very explosive. I think they're going to put the ball, matriculate the ball up and down the field, and they're going to be able to move the ball with ease against the Buccaneers just because of the explosiveness and the explosive players that they have. But with that being said, this been your boy Jew. I'll holler at you guys in the next video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. If you haven't hit that subscribe button for your boy, hit that subscribe button for your boy. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And as always, Falcons Nation, rise up. Peace.